right. What's that height there? A little bit too low, but that's all right. We'll manage. I'll pull this towards me. You can't see it, but it's here. Wonky Donkey. Hello, Wonky Donkey. Thank you for the rose. Welcome to the stream. Sam, welcome. Classic porcelain plate today, guys. Hector. Mr. Hector, welcome back to the stream. Now, painting looking good, but we're going to add some transparent gels into it and then some of our bolder colours, our blacks. Probably not any whites, maybe some whites, blacks and tans. Just a little bit of shading, a bit of fun. Bear with me while I get some of this out of here. It's coming out, it's coming out. Hello! Sorry, 1 second. 1 second, there we go. So, whole bunch of clear painting medium. It's basically out now, but I'm gonna stand it upside down. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more. You never know. Victoria, lovely to see you again. Oh, it's Robert this time. Yeah. So I've done the classic thing with Robert. He's been sitting here in the corner of the studio. I've been thinking about him, wondering where he's at, and I decided that no, Robert's not done. So we're going to get back into Robert. We're going to have a second round on him and see if we can't bring him to where we want him to be. Or we'll ruin it. Can't wait to find out. Can't wait to find out. We've also got the other canvases. I've got the images with me now. I've got the canvases here and we're good to go on them. So we've capped off our last few projects and we're getting ready to start on these ones. I'm excited. It's gonna be real fun. You, welcome. I'm glad it was recommended. Wholesome art is always recommended. Now, brush size, what are we gonna go for? Big? No, little brush. Small canvas, guys. Usually I'd love to work with a slightly bigger brush, but this is the right size for this job. Just a little tacker. Cheryl, how are we doing? Weather's awful. I just got a weather warning on my phone saying don't go too far from home, but don't worry about me because my studio here, this little shared studio, is super close to where I live. So we're all gravy in that sense. Now, let's bring this painting to where we want it to be. A few little strokes. Hello, Leanne. Welcome. And it's so great to have you as a subscriber. Congratulations and thank you. Also, Leanne, subscribing's quite new at the moment, so if there's anything you'd like to see, definitely get in touch with me and we can make it a reality. We've been talking about Discord channels and things like this. If there's anything you would like in particular, then I'm keen to do it. I reckon that's wholesome. You're an artist as well, Leanne. That's phenomenal. I was going to ask you if you were full-time or not, but now I think about it, it doesn't matter. I love that you love art. It's very wholesome. Are you looking for a mate? In New Zealand, we use mate in a different way. Mate means friends. And everyone's always out on the lookout for friends. In this feed right now, tons of friends. My two best friends in the feed right now, Leanne, we've just met, but would be Cheryl and Victoria, my two digital friends. Let me just check something. The brightness was a little bit turned down. I was battling. I'm back. Here we go. Now let's get this in here. So what? Excuse me. One of the things about small painting, guys, small paint. Got some nut in my throat. I was having some peanuts before I came live. One of them hasn't gone down the whole way. Oh, that's better. Now it's down. I've got a little coffee there, guys. You could do a sub-only chat as well when it gets... I like that, Cheryl. I reckon that goes hard. In fact, we should do a sub-only... it's fun, everyone being able to leap on, join the conversation, but it may be worthwhile doing a sub-only chat on one night a week, like, or 2 nights a week, and going, right, on these days is subscriber day. And on subscriber day, we just, do subscribers. Jesse. It sounds like if you're always getting muted, it's your own fault. We love you, but look, there could be a reason behind this. Aloha. Thank you very much. Those are beautiful lights. Appreciate that. Here we go. Just add some of this in here. Dim the lights down to very low. Here we go. You're so beautiful. Shelby's also going to wander into the screen shortly, guys, because she is picking up some photos for me. And so once she's got them, she's going to wander up here and hand them over in like the next 15 minutes. So if you haven't met Shelby, you're about to meet Shelby. We'll see. And Book, would ya? Good to have you as a subscriber as well. Welcome. Better head out, Hitty. Good to have you in here, mate. Hope you're looking after yourself. Had some extra questions about your food channel the other day. I think that tally's like 8.5 people. No, not 8.5. 8 to 9 people now have like direct messaged me about your food, which is pretty cool. They're like, yo, disappeared. Whereabouts do I go to see that fella's food? I got muted the other day, and I'm sad again. Oh, you're gone. That's so funny. I'm not sure what the message said. I just missed the end of it. You guys are too fast. I've got a couple of emails there from some amazing people. Hello. Thank you very much. You want to come say hi? Yeah.
Okay.
Come say hi. We've got Cheryl and Victoria here.
Aww.
You're gonna come across
hey
a bit more.
Cheryl, hey Victoria.
Here you go. This is Shelby, guys. And she's dropped us off the images. Here we go. Woohoo! Alright, catch you later, Hitty. Cheryl says hi, Shelby. Pink Prosecutor says aw.
Aww.
And you got hellos everywhere.
Aww.
Everyone loves you.
That's cute.
Betty says hello. Everyone's saying hello. Cindy says hello. You're all amazing, guys. And Leanne says hello. Who is that? That is my partner, Shelby. She's amazing. Now, next topic. These are the images we're working on. This one here, you've seen this before, the 3 people on the beach. About 2 more layers and we'll have that to fruition. I can't wait. And then this is one of our newest paintings. It's got on a 30-inch by 40-inch picture. And here it is here. 2 gentlemen. It's taken from 30 years ago. It's a lovely shot. One of the reasons I like this picture is with the gentleman wearing glasses in the reflection, there's lots of popping whites. So similar to how Rossi worked, where we actually had a lot of negative space in the background of the dog picture, we're going to have a lot of negative space in the shirts that they're wearing because of the white. So this is a fantastic picture. Plus, we've got mustaches, we've got an old school sort of vibe. There'll be some poppy moments where these blue bits actually fly out at you. And it's going to be interesting to see how the hair falls because the hair is as dark as the background. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I hope you live that. This will be painted live, so there's some layers to go on that. And then the next one, this one is only a black and white picture. Do you need a table there?
No, I need Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi. Absolutely. Here you go. Do the old airdrop thing with it for the code.
There we go.
This one here. Whoppa. So this one here, we're going to cut down a little bit, guys. We're actually painting this one in portrait, and this is a family. Thank you. I'll tee that one up. There we go. This one here. So I'm going to bring it in real close. This is a family. The exciting thing about this one is we've got a lot of characters, we've got dogs, and we've got a lot of compositional elements. So shapes and lines that actually, these characters, if you didn't know they were people, they'd all build into these bumbling, happy shapes in this picture. Now, we're not going to paint it landscape like this, because what's going to happen if we do landscape is the focus, if you look at this picture, is going to go all towards these three big blocks, not on the characters themselves. What we're going to do with this one is fold it in like this. Give me just a moment. So we hone in on our main characters, and we'll probably cut from about there. Now, once I change that, guys, once I activate this little effect, and I'm just going to fold that top over a little bit. Once we zoom in on the characters like this, what we get here, instead of this massive bunch of blocks, see how these shirts end up being the biggest part of the texture in the picture? These crevices and textures in these two arms here, they're going to be two of the most fun areas of it, and balanced by this big bush sitting here. Dog's face, going to really stand out. This one here is going to be more subtle. You'll miss this on the first viewing of the picture. Part of the fun. So really exciting picture for this one, because of so many characters being in it, doing so many different things. But if you imagine how those shirts looked in the wedding portrait with the two characters, that's what we're going to be going for here with both these characters. And what's really fun about this is, since this is an entire family and the father and son are both wearing these same style shirts with these creases in them, there's going to be that connection between them both. And I like that. I think it's going to look really cool and effective. So that one's, excuse me, that one's going to go over there. So we're going to finish this one. We're going to then go on to the three kids, and then we've got those two on those two canvases. If you were here the other day, we were putting gesso, transparent gesso on those canvases. It's a really good place. I feel like it can still stand out. There's a ton of colour around it. This one, that one, ton of colour around it. Should stand out. But that's so interesting how fewer colours make the textures more pronounced. For this one, I don't know, I was going through artwork so fast, I got lost, guys. The black dog, yes. So what we might do, because I've got some colour pictures as well, but I'm doing that one off black and white, I think the black dog, we might add in some subtle, like, if I show you this blue, not this intense, but that sort of colour, subtle blues into the dog's coat that we don't add as much of into the background. It will be the same tone and match the background, but distinguished from the background. But honestly, I don't know yet. We're going to get in there, we're going to start with the blacks, we're going to have some real fun spotting some shapes, go all over the show, and then hopefully we'll pull a picture out of it. But Robert the Runner needs our undivided attention right now. And then we've got, who else? The three kids. The three kid painting now weighs over 10 kgs, because we're still trying to get it just right. Did you buy canvas along with frames, or did you make the frame yourself, Marcel? So I can make frames myself. I like going to a framer, because I think when it comes to making canvases and frames, you're going to do a better job if you do it all the time. So if I paint all the time, I'll be better at painting. If my framer frames all the time, he'll be better at framing than me. And likewise, canvases. You can make your own canvas too, guys, but for a guy who does 10 hours of canvas making a day, his result's just going to beat yours. It's going to be a better canvas. So, yeah. And plus, my canvas maker, he's got a real passion for it. He loves making canvases, and so it involves him in the process too. So everyone can be a part of it in their own little way. Big advocate for that. Hope that I explained that well. Thank you. Also, guys, if you've been here since the start, you would have seen the two horse paintings. If you were around for the two horse paintings, that is now in the home where it belongs. It's right outside the front door. You can jump in that next there if you like. Or that one over there is available. Happy days. I'm going to very soon reach out to you for a commission, 25th anniversary surprise. Absolutely, Harold. You go for gold. Now, if it's an anniversary surprise though, it depends. Is it soon? Because we've got to make sure that we've got time. There's no availability for February until about mid-March at the moment. We can try and sneak something in there if we need to reach a date, but it's getting pretty full. So even if we're not going to lock in the commission, give me some warning so I can make sure I can work dates around it. Because if it's for an anniversary, we want to hit that on the nose, like get the dates right. The last thing I want to do is be like, ooh, how does a month after sound? Sid Gow Chow. Can't read that, but it sounds like fun. I wish you all the best. Cheryl and Victoria, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I was here in the studio. We did a little exhibition in the last few days here in this space, which was really fun. But I was having little withdrawals at the house, wondering if you guys were missing me as well from not being live. But I'm here now. Oh, and Victoria, I got some exciting news. I've been talking to that bonfire group. The designers are right now working on some designs. So once they come through for mugs and t-shirts and hoodies and things, we'll jump in the mod chat and we'll have a look at them all together. And they give me 2 iterations, so we can go back to them with feedback and say, hey, I like this, I don't like this. Cheers, Cheryl, I appreciate that. And so I'll share them with you guys. You guys can have a look at it, tell me what you think, and then we can make changes and send it back to them and get something that we're keen on and go from there. I said, I did tell them, Cheryl, that, or was it Victoria, someone was talking about wanting a Kiwi, and that has been put forward to them and said, hey, we'd be keen for a Kiwi if possible, to be like inside the design, around it somewhere, doing something. Timeline, not an issue, we'll reach out, just like, oh, fantastic, this is good. So at the moment, mid to late March, and then look, April is completely clear at the moment, so after mid-March we've got open seas, far as the eye can see. I would love to see a Kiwi. Yeah, me, I'm on board with that. Let's get some more of this in there. So we're using turquoise at the moment, and I've spliced it with just a teeny tiny bit of black, and we've got a ton of transparent gel through it. The transparent gel is just going to make sure we don't lose all these funky colours underneath, but it's going to tone everything back just a little bit, just chill it out. So that a few colours, these big, bold primary colours, if you look at this, mainly it's pink, blue and yellow. We haven't used a whole lot of red, we've sort of substituted red for the magenta, but the goal here is that by putting in some more softer, murkier colours, we're going to make a few areas of those other colours pop. That's the plan. Now you can use some beats. I'm not following Leanne. Use some beats. Can you use beats on? Or are you saying you can use beats on TikTok and not get in copyright trouble? That would be fun. I've gone without music for so long, I've just got used to there being no music, but it would be fun to habla español, no hablo español. Yeah, a little bit. If you want to speak Spanish, you've got to talk to Pink Prosecutor. He speaks Spanish. He'll sort you out. I'll look after you. Pink Prosecutor is our resident Spanish speaker. And I'm very sorry too, guys, if I miss anyone's comments. I'm not trying to ignore you, I'm just trying to keep up and put down paint at the same time, which is part of the challenge. And my favourite line, Victoria's favourite line, let's say, if you want to connect more, you will find everything you need in the link in the bio. It's for a link tree, and there is Instagram, and there is TikTok.
Someone asked to see your art plate.
My art
Excited.
plate. There you go, there's my art plate.
See, I can.
Yeah, you nailed it. There you go. So we've just got two colours in the middle. See that sort of transparent liquid dripping down there? That's our transparent gel. That's adding to the paint and making it go on with about 50% opacity. How is it in New Zealand, Chuck? First off, hello Chuck, hope you're well. Second off, it is good here in New Zealand, but we've got some weather warnings coming out, which are unique. But look, I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. And and the studio here that we're at is really, really close to where we live. So we can, if it gets really bad, we can quickly drive on back and we'll be all right.
Someone thinks you sound like Schmidt.
Oh.
Jessica's asked if you got her email.
Who's that?
Clark. Did you get my emails?
You might have to, I've got a few emails there, Jessica, that I've got to reply back to. So you could be in that cluster. But if not, if you feel like it's been lost, you can send it again, or you can send me a message on Instagram or wherever, if it's going to a spam folder. Who knows? But there's a couple of people I've been talking to who have things coming in, taking up the March slots.
Marcel has asked, do you have a painting that is not painted by you in your home?
Is that Mizell, is it?
Marcel?
Hello, Mizell.
No, Marcel.
Marcel?
Marcel.
Marcel. Love all of this. I'll be back later. Shelby's. Thanks, Leanne. Look after yourself. We'll catch you later. And good to have you here, by the way. So, I do have paintings that are not by me in my home. I've got some friends from art school who have some amazing art, who I keep near and dear. Is it valuable stuff to me? Yes. And art being subjective, I guess, yes in general. That's a cute one, Victoria. Just add some in there.
Bronwyn's asked, what's the best emerging... Wait, where did it go? Best things emerging artists can do to get recognition.
Best things emerging artists can do to get recognition. That's a good question. Look, when it comes to getting recognition, everyone can do it in different ways as an emerging artist, or whatever you do, whatever your craft is. In terms of, I was reading this really good book by a lady who helped promote her husband's work. He has paintings on surfboards, so incredibly niche. And she was telling a story about a waitress who worked at a dock at a restaurant. And she painted fish paintings. And the way she got her content out there is she would paint fish paintings and then talk to the men who came in from their fishing trips and were having beers and things and celebrating the fish they'd caught, and tell them that she was a painter and offer them these fish paintings. And if they'd had a successful fishing trip, these men would get really excited. They would buy the fishing paintings, and that's how she made her money. Not as a waiter. She did the waiting job to actually push her paintings in this environment. Now, that's a very niche thing. She found people who liked fish, she painted fish paintings, and she found an environment where people who liked fish were also happy and in a mood to celebrate their love for fish. So, very, very niche, but very, very exciting. And the reason why she wrote about that story in the book, was to tell us, I haven't forgotten getting you to paint my grandchildren. What happened May, June? Perfect, Mark. I've got you covered. May, June, completely clear. So, at the moment, that space is open for you. It's February until mid-March. It's locked up at the moment. But we're close to the time, maybe. But, yeah. We will see. So, what I'm saying there is, as an emerging artist, it depends what you do, and you have to look at it quite objectively and wonder, okay, who's going to love my art? Where should I put my art? How should I try and show off my art? Who should I be speaking to about it? All these sort of things. If you do smaller pieces, that are cute and collectible and fun, perhaps a great place for you to be is a farmer's market. If your paintings take 40 plus hours to produce, or you're making giant sculptures that are hard to lift, maybe a farmer's market's not the best place because it's harder to purchase that or have the money on hand to buy that, you know. So in terms of these style things, there's lots of factors that come into it. If you spend 40 hours on a piece, maybe you need galleries because you need someone who's going to look after that artwork properly and really keep it safe for you. Whereas you wouldn't want to be taking a really expensive piece in and out of the car, into nature, into weather conditions, and risk having it blowing over or getting damaged. So what am I saying? I'm saying every case is different, guys. Every case is different. Yeah, thanks, Victoria. Now, you're 100% right. With the comments, guys, we do get some high school kids in here. We do get university people. I say high school kids. I'm 30. I'm using the word kids at the moment, which is outrageous. If you, we want to make a safe and inclusive environment for the high school kids, for the university kids, for anyone who's actually learning art or younger, wanting to hang out. So have fun, but keep it clean where you can, because that creates a wholesome environment. A wholesome environment. Hello, Vesya. Cool name. Excuse my pronunciation of it, but cool name. Here we go. We can go like that. So this is a very fun painting going into, what do you call the people who work with feet? He works with a lot of marathon runners. Great guy, actually. His name's Justin, absolute champion. He's from Australia. He wanted to get some content to put on his walls. So this is the first one. We're running a little bit behind on it, there's no doubt, but we are getting through it. Like I say, guys, when we make the art in this studio, Seb, how do we be considered as an artist? Actually, do we have to join any clubs or etc.? Marcel, no. If you want to become an artist, don't worry about the title part of it. Just worry about making the art that you love. Now, yes, selling the art's important, but first and foremost is focus on the process and loving it. Before a person becomes a dancer, they dance a lot and they love to dance. In the same way, if you want to become an artist, do your craft a lot and love doing your craft. Too often do people want to become artists and they sacrifice the love for their craft in order to pursue it in a direction they think everyone else wants. I think we don't just do that with art, we do that in all aspects of our life. I did this because I thought everyone wanted me to be like this. When actually, you know what? Everyone just wanted you to be happy, most of the time. Good friends just want you to be happy. And you get people like, you get artists who actually, people just want you to love making your art and they'll see that in your art and then they'll want to be a part of it. And so if you can produce that with your art, that's the goal, that's the dream. And so a lot of the time, both when you're starting out or when you fall into a rut, for me, I try and return back to the process and go, right, what about making this art am I not loving right now? Where am I getting stuck? Where am I struggling? Know the indicators that make that happen before it happens. So when you fall into a rut, easy to fix, easy to fix. I answered that mid-thought though before, and now I don't know where I was at. So I was saying something about something. I paint too, but it still looks horrible. All right, Marcel, first off, it's your work. Stop saying it looks horrible. I haven't seen it. I love it. The thing about it is to not get hung up on what it looks like. Get hung up on how much you enjoyed making it. Really, really get emotional and intense about how much fun you should be having while making this art and make that your number one priority. Because what's going to happen, no matter what you're doing, if you love the process that brought you there, you won't be able to help but love the result. That's so, so important. If you get hung up on thinking, I want the perfect result, once I get it, I'll enjoy the process that I went through. No, you won't. You'll resent the process, and then no matter how good the result is, you'll resent that too. Love the process, love how you make it, love how you do it. This doesn't just go for art, this goes for anything. Love how you do it. And so when you get to the result, it doesn't actually suddenly matter what the result is. You'll be in love with it, because you're like, this is what came from the amount of love and fun that I had to produce it. So that's what I reckon about that. Now, again, it's just my words. Take it with a grain of salt. Could be wrong, could just be a rant, but it's how I feel. So I think it's way more compelling. An artist says, yeah, I like the artwork I make, or an artist, that's okay, but the real one is an artist who says, I absolutely love making art. There's something special about it for me, it fulfills me, and that's why I'm here. When someone says that to you, you're like, show me your art. I don't really care what it looks like now, I'm just really excited that you love making it so much. Do you start your paintings with a drawing or a pencil? Absolutely free paint. If you got a superimpose the picture itself onto this work, not a single thing's going to be in proportion. Not one part of it. The reason why not one part of it's going to be in proportion, because humans make mistakes. I do no guiding lines. I just put them down wherever I feel they should go, and after I've done that, it's slightly out of proportion, but you know what? The computer can make it perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I want my eyes to trick me. I want to accentuate certain things. I want to shrink certain things. I think that's part of the fun of art. And look, I don't lean into the mistakes. I try and make it as right as possible, but I own the mistakes, if that makes sense. How easy is it to clean those plates? So easy. So easy. So easy that basically plates are all I paint on these days. All I have painted on. I love painting on plates. I'm just trying to find some. This is unusual here, guys. I usually use paint straight from the tube, but today I don't quite have the colour I'm after. So I'm going to splice this tan with some deeper red. Do I have a deeper red is the question. I don't think I do. How lordy. Did I not pack one? No, this will be the one I'm after. I found it. There we go. That's what we're after. Just a little bit of that. Just shake it down there. What I really need is a water bottle. Did I bring one? Or nah? I don't think I did. I used to have one here, but looks like I've thrown it out, team. I will say this too though, guys. If you like the art, or if you want to see more of it, or if you want to connect more on other channels, it's all there in the bio. You can click on the little link tree there. A bit of everything. And actually Marcel and anyone else who was listening to the rant about starting painting and art in general, there's an About Me page. Now the About Me page isn't so much of a... It's more of a journey page, it's more of an artist explanation page. If you are an artist, or if you're a budding artist, or if you want to be an artist, that's quite a cool page to have a read of, and you might like it. So side thought, maybe visit, who knows? You might like the page. I try and be as raw as possible with it too, guys. So as honest as possible. How often do you paint with acrylics or oil paints? I always use acrylics. The reason I always use acrylics is because I like the drying times on them, and I can add compounds to them, like these transparent gels, like these gloss gels and things, to play with the paint. Now you do lose some factors that are amazing with oils. I love the way oils take longer to dry sometimes, because you can come back the next day and keep adding textures and tones to it. But look, at the end of the day, acrylics are really fun to play with. And if you're looking for a paint to start with, you can go to acrylics, use acrylics, and you won't waste your time like you're using a beginner paint. You can actually take those same skills you've learned into acrylics and keep bringing them on, because masters use acrylics as well. Yeah. But look, I have these little relapses, guys, I'll be honest. I sometimes relapse and end up painting with oils again for a little bit, and then I go back to acrylics. You can't help yourself. Someone wants to know if you would pop paint balloons. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'd pop a balloon, absolutely, but I'm not quite sure why I'd pop a paint balloon. Can I say yes-ish? I'm not quite sure what the outcome of popping a paint balloon would be.
Well, apparently that's the thing.
It's a thing?
Yeah, you can fill up balloons,
Oh.
throw darts at it.
So you fill up balloons, put them on a canvas, and throw darts at it. Okay. I would.
That's
That's Shelby's interpretation. You fill up balloons, put them on a canvas, and throw darts at them. That sounds pretty fun. I would prefer to get, like, if you've ever done it, this is a really fun thing to do. And it's really wild. If you've got the resource, I love doing this, get a big canvas. When I say big canvas, I'm talking 2 meters by 3 meters. Get the meatiest canvas you can find. Put it against the wall. Get a bucket of water. I mean a proper bucket of water, like a big drum almost of water. Get containers of paint, like about the size of this. Proper size container. And then get rags. Dip the rags in the paint. It'll go far. Wipe it all over the canvas. Wash the rag off and your hands inside the bucket of water and keep going like that on this giant canvas and just go wild. Have a picture, maybe, or just go abstract. Who cares? Just fun. It's like modern day cave painting. Can't go past it. What's this technique called? I mean the mix up of colours and you paint. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate that. So this technique has got a couple of names. When I say couple of names, there's a lot of baskets in art that you can put things in, and in this case here, you can lump this type of artwork into Impressionism. There's a very good basket. If you search Impressionism, it'll find you similar art to this. You can put it in Abstract Realism, which sounds wild as a category at all, but it's a category. You could put it into Expressionism, which is similar to Impressionism, but it's actually more about you probably couldn't put it into Expressionism, being that actually the subject is, we're trying to make it as accurate as possible and not extending or decentuating certain areas of it. But my favourite one, my favourite one would be Primalism. So that's when we use rudimentary tools, in this case, like the paint, like the regular canvas, and like the brush, which now with modern technology, we've got so much going on with AI and all these other facets of how to learn, how to paint, or make art in general, that Primalism would be going back to the roots and the basics of what we can use to make art, and producing it almost trying to make an impression of the picture with these rudimentary tools. So I guess it wouldn't be the perfect definition, but you could say that Primalism is a raw version of Impressionism. And look, at the end of the day, definitions are definitions, or categories are categories. If you like the art, you like the art, and who really cares which category it falls into, right? Why did I start doing art? I liked art when I was little. My mum saw me painting and thought, yep, this little kid is a black sheep, likes to paint, I want to help this child pursue it, and she did. She really helped me. In fact, she was one of my biggest influences into getting into art as a child. And then, later on in life, it was a huge motivator for me, seeing how much people loved art or enjoyed this art. And so that pushed me into it in a way to say, hey, you've got a craft which you really enjoy. You've got people who really enjoy you making that craft and get fulfillment from it. You should pursue that. And so that's basically the cute little story. Thank you very much, Ivan. Good to have you here, mate. Hope you're looking after yourself. Now, there we go. I'm going to keep adding on to here. There we go. So we've still got our transparent gel going into this paint. When you said mod GC, did you mean on IG? Group chat. I think we should do IG. For some reason on TikTok, it's not letting us invite everyone. Now, we can try and get everyone into a group right now, but then what happens when new moderators come on and it's like niggly to add them? So maybe we start an IG group chat. We can all leap on, all have a yarn. Thanks, Marcel, I really appreciate that. All leap on, all have a yarn and all hang out. And plus we can share photos and stuff easily on Instagram, so perhaps that's a goer. Also guys, if you want to connect more, links in the bio. You can find a link there to go to commissions. There's no availability at the moment for the rest of February until about mid-March. So there's a couple of spots available in March, but there's definitely availability in April. At the moment. So there's a commission link there via the link in the bio. There is what's the other thing? Instagram, and there's a YouTube. On YouTube is all the reruns of these. So if you miss out because the time zones are weird, you can jump on YouTube and get a rerun. It's cool, but it's not as cool as the live because you can't comment, but it's all good. Jessica, hello. We're painting a runner. So this is Robert the runner, and we're painting him running past some fans, heading down to, I think, the finish line. That'll be why his arms are above his head, but I don't know. Honestly, the thing I like most about this picture, it's a genre piece, so don't get hung up on this being a portrait of Robert, even though he's in the center with his arms in the air. It's not a portrait of Robert. Robert's the subject in the middle of the genre piece. So a genre piece is when we're trying to depict a scene. And in this picture, Robert's only about 5% of the picture. You actually got his JMS. Welcome. Now JMS, some weather conditions going on, but it's all good. I've got delivery set for you on Wednesday, provided nothing wild happens here in New Zealand. But I am excited. And also, you may have noticed too, most recently, horse picture went out. It's up on the guy's wall now. In less than 10 days, I reckon you're going to have your picture up on your wall. So I am buzzing with excitement about that. Who is live on Insta? I don't know who's live on Insta. You could go check, but I don't go live on Instagram. I just go live on TikTok. I haven't got enough devices. And plus, if I start getting caught up in the painting, there'll be comments coming on both, and you guys won't be able to talk to each other. Oh yeah. Thanks, JMS. You're an absolute champion. I cannot wait for you to send me some pictures of this piece of artwork in your house, because it's special, because it's the first landscape that we've done live on TikTok. We've done landscapes before. I've done landscapes before, obviously, but they were on Reddit, they were on YouTube, they were on private commissions and things. This is the first one on TikTok, which I reckon is a really cool claim to fame. And aside from that, I think we all really like that one. It came together in a really fun, cool kind of way. Now let's just make sure we get this blob in the right place. Here we go, there we go. Perfect. A little bit more here, coming down here. Fantastic. If I miss your comments, guys, or painting I'm most proud of, Stephen, all of them. That sounds really cheesy, but I say really big on this. We've had Robert for longer than we should, and we've got the 3 kids portrait longer than we should. The reason why we've still got these paintings is they don't leave the studio until I love them. And that sounds quite cheesy, but it's true, because especially with commissions, don't let it leave. The client will understand 99.9% of the time if you say, look, I've put in the hours to it, I've put it where I thought I wanted it to be, it needs more love. I need to keep building this out and to keep touching it up here and filling this out here. And I think that's really important, because if someone else is going to love the work as much as you do, you need to love the work. You need to really appreciate it. You need to feel like you care about it. Because the client, or the person who also endorsed your art and wanted to be a part of it, they want to feel that from your art. So I do hold back some paintings in here, but I make sure every painting that leaves this place I am deeply proud of. Yeah, and sometimes that means holding them back from an absorbent period of time. So the question isn't so much what painting are you most proud of, it's what painting did you have to hold back in your studio for the longest until you got it to a place where you were willing to send it off. And that's actually about 3 to 4 months, which is a wild period of time. 3 to 4 months. And that was for the painting Beethoven. So if you go through my Instagram, lower down on the Instagram is a painting called Beethoven, and that painting was one that I spent an absorbent amount of time going back over and getting right. Because I said, this isn't leaving the studio until I'm in love with it. And you know what? That was an absolutely phenomenal painting. I was so happy with that. Erica, the lady who received it, was over the moon about that. But by God, it took blood, sweat and tears. We poured love into that painting. Ash, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're looking after yourself. Good to see you again. Hope you're enjoying yourself wherever in the world you end up, wherever the world you are right now. Hey guys, if you are from Auckland, if you didn't get the announcement, the weather's coming a little bit sooner, I think, I've been hearing. So just make sure you're safe, looking after yourselves. How many days does it usually take to finish a painting? Look, it depends. It really depends. Sometimes you can smash them out because every stroke you put down lands exactly where you want it and you just can't seem to do any wrong. And other times you'll come to it and you just can't get a single paint piece to go where you want it to go. So it chops and changes is the short answer there. I try and make sure, this is a smaller painting, but on the larger ones I try and make sure I spend about 7 to 15 hours. If you can do it in 7, that's perfect, because less brush strokes always look a little bit more primal and better than a whole lot of brush strokes. Now there's nothing wrong with a lot of brush strokes, but just because you spend an extra 10 hours on the painting doesn't mean the painting was better. It can fall anywhere within that kilter to try and get the perfect painting. I stopped painting a year ago due to a health issue, but seeing you today, I've made my mind to start. Absolutely, Marcel, that's fantastic. Get in there, get started and have some fun. But remember, if you are out of practice because you haven't painted in a while, don't you dare get hung up on that finished product. You just enjoy painting, making. And don't stand back and look at your result and say it's not beautiful. Stand back and think about how much you enjoyed making it. Was that beautiful? And if it was, that result is a good one. It's a very good one. And hello T, I saw your name rock up there. Hope you're well, T. I'm not sure if is the cyclone going to reach you as well? I'm not sure, but if it does, be safe. You'll have a good view of it coming in. Here we go, beautiful. I find this painting better than the works. Thanks, Coco. Look, Michelangelo is a fantastic individual, and artists from different periods and different styles are very, very hard to compare because art's a very subjective thing. And so, whenever you see artwork that you like and you think you like it more than another artist, it's got less to do with one artist being good or the other one being bad, but more about you as an individual having what you like and dislike. And yeah, so it's never a competition between artists as much as it is just you discovering yourself and your own tastes. So, or I'm wrong, I'm just a ranting Kiwi, guys. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm from a little island down in the middle of nowhere, so. Have you ever thrown out a painting and restarted? Stephen, that happens all the time. You get a painting that you start, you have those feelings all the time is what I should say. You have a painting that you start, it's not going the direction you wanted it to go. You persevere with it, but the more you touch it, the more it goes in the wrong direction. You just don't feel like you can bring it back to a place where you want it to be. And so you grab a fresh plate full of paint and you attack it with that paint, trying to pull it into proportion or pull it to where you want it to go, and it gets worse and worse and worse to the point where you think, I can't save it, so I'm going to just paint over this canvas. I had that with a painting I sent to New York. I had that feeling that I was going to paint over the canvas, but I was just a little shy on paint, so I was going to do it the next day. I came back, I thought, oh, I'll apply a coat to it, it'll be fine. I had the feeling that I was going to actually get rid of it 3 times. So it came back, and then I ruined it again, and I had to, thinking I was going to get rid of it, I restarted, I went back to the start, I did this over and over again, until the end result actually has these scars in it from the previous layers, but they're beautiful. There's this turbulent, wild nature to the paint, and there's a result which I can see that it's a classic example of a painting not going from beginning to finished. It's going on a non-linear journey, where some days it's improving and other days it's sort of falling to pieces. But the end result was good. So that's very wholesome. Be real on how many times you've dropped a paint plate. I am real on it. A lot. Like, honestly guys, if I'm ever filming a reel too, you'll notice it. If I drop the paint plate, I put that footage in the reel. And so there's some fantastic drops that I've done every now and again. I wasn't sure the first time I was going to do it. I was like, should I add the drop in? I'm like, oh. If you're going to yarn on the stream the whole time about being honest about the process, and being honest about being true to yourself and enjoying the process and things, I'm like, I better be honest and show them that I'm dropping this paint plate all the time. And getting paint on myself too. I wear these nice clothes, guys. It's not like I don't get paint on myself. It happens, absolutely. In fact, if you look at my pants right now, just there, a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, a little bit of black down here. It's not easy, but look, I like wearing these clothes only because even though there's a little bit of paint on them, I do subconsciously pay more attention to where I let the paint go. And so I believe the end result is better for it. Now, let me give me 1 moment. I'm going to do something pretty special for myself. Aircon. Here we go. On it goes. 1 second. Waiting for the bing noise. Hello. Here we go. That's going to give me that 18-degree full fan. Because it is humid in here, guys. It is humid. I'm missing some of the comments, guys, but that's all right. If you've got a genuine question, or you want to talk about a commission, or your art, or my art, or any of that sort of stuff, you can reach out via Instagram or email. All the links you need are in the bio. It's via one little link tree, and you can go from there. Or you can just hang out here and ignore that. That's cool too. Or you can don't know what I'm saying. Or you can follow her or not follow her. You're your own person. You can make your own decisions, and good for you. Here we go. Zoom the lights down to very low. Here we go. Was someone saying earlier too, maybe I missed it, what's that painting called? Kira and Amara? Is it 2 people on 1 account? That's funky. Good for you. This painting I've just called ad hocly Robert the Runner. It's a marathon runner called Robert. He's got 28 on his jersey. He's running down the road. There's people in the background cheering, looking, waving their hands, and he's got his hands in the air, happy that he's on the middle of his run. So, Robert the Runner. It's got some alliteration. That's why I liked it. Simple. I don't think I like to get really complicated with the names of paintings, guys. This painting's not available too, guys. This is a commission, so after this is finished, this is going straight over to Australia. If you would like work, there's currently no work that you can buy online. It's all commission based, so there's nothing in stock for me. I'm really hoping that later on in the year, we'll get some time to sit down together, adopt some passion projects, and be like, right, let's do a painting on this, let's do a comment on this, let's, blah, blah, blah. But at the moment, there's nothing. I've got some things up in the studio that I keep to make the room nice and fun and fluffy. If you want to see some of the little, I wouldn't say they're not for sale, but they're sort of my ones that I keep in the studio. If you want to see some of those ones, I can send you some pictures of them, and otherwise you can go for a commission late March. So all that works. Yeah, I think I explained that well. Did I explain that well? Victoria and Cheryl hear me explain that all the time. And so I bet that sometimes they're like, yeah, he was quite concise that time, he nailed it. And other times they're like, oh, he did not explain that well. He waffled. I think it chops and changes too. I think sometimes I nail it, and other times I lose my trail of thought halfway through it, and oh, fantastic, Dominic. Look after yourself. Drink lots of water. Guys, you may not realize it, but when you're dehydrated, you're not yourself. If you're an artist, or if you're any sort of craft, guys, you cannot survive just on coffee alone, or energy drinks, or junk food. You need to get yourself some wholesome, big, fancy, healthy glasses of water. Speaking of which, guys, you're going to give me 20 seconds. What am I going to do? I'm going to get myself a big old glass of water. Fantastic. H2O, Pink Prosecutor, he's onto it. Are there size restrictions on commissions? Joseph, it's funny you say that. Kind of. This is the smallest I'll go to. I did this as an exception. I liked Justin. I really wanted to hook him up with a painting that was smaller. Smaller ones have more concise detail on them. I like to work with a size 3 times this. So the smallest I usually go to is about 30 inches by 40 inches. And then after that, my favorite size, the size I think is the best, and I think the size of the canvas changes depending on the artist. So for me, it's best at 36 by 48 inches. So height, portrait, and the reason I like portrait is, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've got a glass of water, guys. Stay hydrated. Share, go get yourself a glass of water. Nair, go get yourself a glass of water. All of you, glasses of water, lots. 7 glasses of water a day. You know, they reckon it's supposed to be 4 litres of water that you're supposed to drink each day. So, drink your water, guys. Yes, Jack, indeed. So this is good for you. I heard that you should wake up and drink a glass of water before you have your coffee. So, I think water's good for you. Definitely a good idea. But, despite that, what I was going to say was, aside from drinking water to stay hydrated, if you posted your painting out of the country, does it need to be insured or something? Marcel, yes it does. So, there's a lot of rules around insuring paintings, all the sort of jazz that comes into it. That's all on my end. So if you buy a painting, I insure it, delivery to your doorstep, all the rest of it. You get a tracking number for it to arrive to your doorstep. They're about this big, they're sort of hard to lose. But anyway, 36 by 48 inches is the best size for me, because for arm length and height, when that sits in front of me, I can stand in a neutral position like this, and 45 to 45, see that? My angle, if this is straight ahead, 45 degrees this way, 45 degrees this way. That's the whole width of the canvas. And then height-wise, 45, 45. There's my 48 by 36 inch canvas. And so you can chop and change the size of the canvas depending on the artist, but for me, since I like to stand in front of the art and present myself to it and paint onto it, if I can stand in one spot and reach all the 4 corners and all the sides of it in one hit, that's the best way to do it on that size. Waffled a little bit, got there in the end. Hope that makes sense. Missed that thing about water, but yes, drink water. It's good for you. Now, are we going to use more blue? No, we've got a ton of blue. What are we going to add in? Blue, yellow, red, green, purple, orange. We're going to go for a bit of brown. I think we might go for a bit of brown. A bit of brown. Let's do some frisky brown though, guys. Rather than just going for a regular dark brown, I want to get some, is this it? Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. That's what we're after. So burnt sienna is going to be our color of choice. There we go. And the reason I want burnt sienna is it's actually not a murky or scody brown or grungy brown. It's like a chocolate brown, but like a really wholesome bright chocolate brown, burnt sienna. There's nothing available on your website. How much is your art? Yes, so I'm very sorry guys, the website's sold out. There is no art available on the website. But, like I was saying, if you want to see some of the passion projects that I keep around the studio, they're not typically for sale, but if you want something right away, I can show you those. Otherwise, get in touch with me because we can rig up the commission for you around mid to late March, as the earliest I can get started on it. And we can go from there. Can I print my own copy of your work? Meow. That's a good question. So, printing your own copy of my work would be technically infringing copyright. But, because I'm not selling prints right now, and I'm so sorry guys, that's shocking of me, please send me a picture of the work you'd like. I may have a high quality JPEG, and I'll give you permission to do one-off print for yourself. And since I'm not offering prints right now, so I've got to get them framed and signed and all sorts of stuff, I'm not going to charge you for that at all. But I do have to give you permission, that's all. So meow, it's like a no but yes, if that makes sense. And I missed that there. A JPEG would be amazing. Absolutely meow. Now I might not have a high quality JPEG, but if you're going to print off a small one, it won't matter. 10 megapixels will work fine. You won't need like a raw photograph of it. Going forward, we are going to start getting them properly photographed and then listed in a way where you guys can get prints made. That will be on the cards. It happens so often, it's good that they asked whether they did it. I think, I'm not following Pink, but I think I see where you're coming from. I think I see. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me. Alright, let's have a look at this. A little bit goes in here. Come on, Robert. There we go. A little bit more attention around this face here. I'm going to put a little bit more down here. And a little bit more on this shoulder. Bring it all together. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. What you tried to say to me. How you suffered from your da-da-doo. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the burnt sienna, guys. We haven't switched off it yet. Welcome to the live. Seb, did you use white colour a lot in your painting technique? Yes, I love to use white, guys, but at the moment with this painting, there is enough white. We don't need more of it. So, I'm toning back on the white at the moment. That doesn't mean that the white's an excellent colour that we want to be using. We're just spotting other colours right now. What you tried to say to me. Let's go through here, and then this part comes down here like that. So one really important thing about a character, especially arms and legs. Roman, thank you so much. You're an absolute champion. Can we also see the guide / pattern you are watching? Of course you can. This is the picture. Voila! That is Robert the Runner. So there's a lot of background, a lot of textures in the background that we're going wild with the runner in the middle. Now, most of the interest in this painting is on the actual background characters, the shapes, and the dotted colours and faces and jeans and red shirts and yellow shirts and all the wildness there. Robert himself, actually, although he's the main character in the whole thing, falls a little bit behind the intensity of that crowd. And so one thing we're sort of focused on here, guys, is bringing the intensity to that crowd. And so to actually make them stand out, pop out, whether you can tell they're a crowd or not, irrelevant. More important is that they're full of energy, colour and vibrancy, bouncing off the page. John. John, are you an OG? Welcome, good to have you here. Hope you looked after yourself. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, if you'd like your own painting, if you want to jump on Instagram, if you like any of these things, you can find them in the bio. How fun's that? I need to check though, what's the go with the weather warnings in Auckland? I see some wind. Adam? Fair comment from Adam. So typically guys, definitely have some fun. Everyone's allowed to have some fun. Just make sure though that we are keeping it reasonably PG, only because there's a lot of people who are university students or who are high school students who leap on and want to just hang out, enjoy themselves, learn some tips, and be part of a wholesome environment. So we want to encourage people who want to do that. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Also, I think I saw, is this painting for sale? This one's not for sale. You can't get your hands on this. This is going to a man named Justin. He's in Australia, and he's in Brisbane, Australia, actually. So it's heading out his way. But if you would like your own painting, you can jump on to the link in my bio, and there's a little link thing you can fill out there to get in touch, and we can sort you out with something. I can see he's trying to, this is a great place to paint, guys. It's an excellent environment. We're almost done with this one, actually. I'm going to do what Marcel was saying with the white paint. We're not going to add white by itself to the canvas. We're just going to add white into some of these other colours to just brighten them up a wee bit. There's areas up here that I want to give some attention to, but these colours are too bright, too dark. So a little bit of splicing is going to occur here. You can add a little bit of the white into the burnt sienna we were using. Mix that up. A little bit of transparent gel, just a teeny tiny bit, and then going to spark a few of these areas through here. Now, a lot of these colours aren't as exciting as the big buffy colours that are currently on it, but every time we put more of these basic colours in there, we make the rest of those saturated, poppy, vibrant colours. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you, mate. Thanks, John. Appreciate you too. We make the rest of the vibrant colours in the work really start to leap off the page. You can't just have vibrant colours, guys. Or, you can do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to me. But you can't, if you add them in with more murkier, boring colours, I say boring, that's not fair. If you added them with more colours that are greyer and less saturated, you can make the colours you did add pop. So if we stand back from this, one thing you'll notice is the most poppy colour in the work is, I'll just spin it around to face you guys actually, so it makes sense. One thing you'll notice in this colour, this picture, is the blues. The blues are really stabbing out of there. Because a lot of areas that had medium grey or black have been replaced with these deep blue colours. Also the yellows, what are they doing? They're just cracking in here and there with these wild, colours. And the pink, I tell you what guys, there is not the amount of pink in this image that we've added to this image. We've gone nuts on the pink. Someone needs to tell me to settle down, honestly, but that's all right.
Yes, settle down.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But the just gonna lift this back up now. There we go. But I like it. The pinks are fun. Saturated, makes the whole thing pop. If we used red, it would be way too intense in your face, trying to grab your attention. Pink's actually got a lot of chill to it. Very fun. Don't use a new brush in between. Absolutely not. So we use the same brush whole way through. If it's a larger work, I will use one brush, voila, from start to finish. The reason I'll use one brush from start to finish is, I think it's sort of fun. Connection with the painting, the fact the painting was made ideally with one brush. Sometimes I'll tone down to a smaller brush, so you'll have two brushes, or even if you start with a big brush to start with, big, medium, small, that's all good too. But that way, there's a tool that goes with the artwork. Artwork's got a connection with the tool, tool's got a connection with the artwork. Sort of cute, right? I reckon it's cute. Might not be cute, might just be me. They'll keep doing me. What's that there? I think it looks great. I like the shading of blue. Thanks, Adam. You absolute champion. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you are all about it. I think it's a very easy thing to do, guys. If you're worried about colour in your picture, it's very fun to just swap out the medium greys for blue. So very easy to grab medium greys, change them over for blues, and call it a day. Let's have a look-see and seeing the fun effects it'll make. The other one here is light greys. I like to occasionally swap out my light greys with a light magenta. Yeah, I like it. That's what's happened in this one. Dark greys, blues, light greys, magenta, and then a lot of our light greys have been swapped out with yellow. Finding the colours in them, having some fun. I would love to see you teach a class because I believe that you could teach many. Well, we're sort of doing that right now. This allows me to work on a commission for people, make art, doing what I love, and it also allows you guys to be a part of it, hopefully enjoy it, and, you know, hopefully, even if you're not an artist, if you're a craftsman, a jeweler, a builder, lawyer, dentist, I don't know what you guys do, whatever you do, I hope that this random mumbling Kiwi can make your day a little bit better. Wouldn't that be fun? There we go, a little bit in here. Gonna keep going with this tan colour, guys. We're gonna actually spot a few areas lower down that'll need it. I've got a bit saved up in here. We'll add this in here. I sell propane and propane accessories. There you go. Well, that's wild. That's fun. That is fun. Let's leave one here. Question, do you love it? When I say love it, sometimes a job isn't just something that you think, right, I have to love every single minute of this. Sometimes it's got to do with actually, this provides for my family, this provides for me, this brings opportunities for me to pursue my hobbies and my other dreams. This stimulates my mind. This gives me good hours to work around. This gives me holidays when I want them. And those in themselves are noble reasons to pursue any career. I was chatting with someone the other day who sells insurance. And he was saying to me that he thought that actually insurance wasn't his dream. And he didn't know what else he wanted to do, but insurance probably wasn't it. But he was happy that with insurance, he was able to choose his clients in a way that he could actually make sure he was supporting clients that he believed in the business models of, like environmentally friendly businesses who are trying to do good in the city or in the world. And so I said, look, you're sort of already pursuing some of your dreams and goals just by doing this job. It wasn't in the way that you imagined it would be, but you are doing good. So pursue whatever goal you want, whatever dream you want. But in this case here, don't beat yourself up, because for the reasons you want to swap jobs, you're sort of already nailing those reasons in your current job. I just love how a bunch of colours come together in what makes amazing pictures. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Yes, so we do want to bring many colours together in fun ways to make pictures. Typically, guys, what we want to achieve here is when you come up close to it, it's so abstract and wild and all over the show, but when you move away, it becomes much more, there's more clarity to it. It makes more sense. That's the position we want to be in. Just going to spot some of these heads in here, guys. There we go. Perfect. There's a lot of heads in this. We're trying to catch them all, but we're not going to get them all. There's just too many. Hi all. Hello Ryan, welcome. Yeah, it fluctuates. And normally I'm on later on in the day, so this is wild. I think typically I enjoy the late night ones. Late nights are fun. The left-hand side of the painting, something about the tone catches my eye. That's cool. That's cool. That's what we want to do here, Pink. Let's just keep going on that. Here we go. And just a little bit in here. Keep adding these colors. One after another. There we go. A little bit more in there. It's landing in all the right places. Thank you, Ocean. You absolute champion. Appreciate you. Good to see you back, by the way, Ocean. Hey, yeah. Let's add this in here. Just gonna keep building out this C just a little bit more. It's not a C, it's tarmac. That's what it is. The tarmac. There we go. Hope you're well. Ocean, I'm fantastic. There's some little warnings coming in here, but don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm painting from the studio, but the studio's fairly close to base camp, so if the weather packs up, I can get back in a hurry, but it seems to have died down a little bit, although they call that the calm before the storm, don't they? So maybe it's going to heat up again. We'll see. We will see. But don't see the subject immediately. No, we don't want you to see the subject immediately. I prefer you to just enjoy the paint being wild first, and then after being able to enjoy the paint being all over the show, wild and disjointed, then a subject can start to emerge from that. I think that's more fun. Purple's mixed with hints of blue. Yeah. And I'm being very conscious right now, guys, as we add more layers of paint, we risk losing some of that fun in those purples and blues and magentas. So we're capturing little bits of detail, but we don't want to risk too much of the painting on it. We're just getting a few little bits. Just to finish the artwork off, not to get caught up doing a whole bunch of nonsense. There we go. Perfecto. I'm gonna look down through here. Cool. This big blob there, we're gonna scoop that off. Cool, cool, cool. What else we got here, guys? Yeah, I think Pink's right. There we go. Foot there, foot down here. We're gonna add some more details with that one. Come up here, strike through here. Come up here, a bit more there. There we go. Now we're talking. Keep it coming. For a painting this size, guys, we should actually get some glasses on and go even smaller, but I think we'll be all right. We're going to capture as much detail as we can. Imagine all the people living for today. We'll put that shoulder a little bit. You may say that I'm a dreamer, not the only one. Add this a little bit in here. Back with you in a second, guys. Just trying to get this last little bit through here. There we go. There we go. Cut through there. Cut through there. Now we're talking. Sorry guys, I'm coming back. I am coming back. I'm just doing some good strokes up in here and I want to keep going. Here we go. This one hairstyle comes across here. This is looking good. Looking good, looking good. Just want to get all of this captured before I disappear. Here we go. We're going to come right around the canvas. Now we're talking. We're going to add a little bit more here too. Right off the edge. Beautiful. And then there's a cut line down here. We'll capture that. Here we go. Hello. Just like that. Perfect, team. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Victoria, you're on the move. Have a good night, Victoria. Appreciate you to no end. Look after yourself, and I will see you in the near future.
Bye, Victoria.
Shelby says bye, Victoria. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself. Over there on the other side of the world. Here we go. Perfect. All the way around. All the way around. Perfect. Ocean, I love you to bits. Thank you very much for your support. Keeping the stream going. Mr. Ocean. I really hope we get more people on the stream called Ocean, like we do with Paul. If we get a few more Oceans, we could have Oceans 1, 2, 3, 4. But I feel like once we go the whole way up, Oceans 11 is the pre-melty crop. That's the one that you want to be the 11th ocean on the stream, I reckon. I call being the Pacific. Oh, I like that. Okay, man. So the first 7 oceans can be the oceans of the sea. Pacific Ocean's definitely the winner. I don't think anyone's in doubt of that. And then we'll have something for 8 and 9 and 10, and then come 11, Ocean's 11. It's not the wittiest thing in the world, but it's funny. It works. Do you send your paintings framed or allow the client to choose? That's a great question. So it chops and changes. I've framed a few of them depending on the artwork. If it's on a canvas, I won't frame it. You'll have the choice to put a frame on it if you like. I'll give you a recommendation of which frame I think will work. But Nurse DJ, welcome. We've just been painting here, Nurse DJ. Nothing much. So in those situations, I'll just send the canvas off with a recommendation for a frame if you want to put a frame on it. But with canvas, you don't need to. I paint around the edges of the canvas. She's currently hard at work, but she popped over before, which is lovely. So around the edges of the canvas, so you can hang it without a frame. The top and the bottom aren't usually painted, they're normally left clean and fresh. And the reason I'll do that...
Not that hard at work.
You can come say hi if you want to. You want to come say hi? Shelby's got stage fright, Cobb. Let me just add this onto here, guys. Sorry, just get this eyebrow here. There we go. Now a little bit more over here. Over here. There we go. Now we're talking. Perfect. Now we're talking. Our main man is coming together. One step at a time. There's no need to hide. It's like learning to fly. Oh, we don't bite, says Ocean. Here we go. Don't worry, it's not a huge crowd. Here's Shelby. I hope the chat was nice. Oh, DJ has been fantastic. Did you go to art school? Were you self-taught, Marcus? I went to art school well back in the day. And then I also, later on, I studied art history and ended with an art history and philosophy degree. So that's probably where all my rants from Kung Fu Panda come from. Can't help myself. Master Uguay, #1 fan. You've got, hi, hey Shelby, Shelby's beautiful. Hi Shelby, Shelby's lovely.
Oh.
All the things. Here we go. Just drop that in there like that. Perfect. That wasn't the best stroke, but we can deal with it. Happy days. We're going to grab just a little bit more of the white. Mix it in to Le Bleu. Grab a little bit more of transparent medium. I'm going to spot a few areas that need some love. We're not going to go the whole way under the canvas, guys. In this case here, we're going to actually allow the bottom to be black, but we're going to paint right over the top. Wild, right? Crazy plan. Crazy. Why is the plan so crazy? Thanks for the balloons. We are painting, Nurse DJ, indeed. We're getting close to the stage where we're going to call it finito. Just about there. We're going to call it finito. Right about there, guys. I think that's a little bit over here, I reckon. Just a little bit. There we go. Hello. So a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. That's good. I think we're going to pause there, guys. I think that's enough for a finished product.
Yeah, that's me.
Here we go. Oh, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more down here. There we go. Come on in there. Any more? Last chance to ever hold your peace, guys. Did Ted miss anything? Did he miss anything? I reckon I've done pretty good here, guys. I didn't give myself too much of a hard time with this one. I think this is exactly where we want it to be. A little bit on the calf muscle there, probably.
Oh, yeah.
And then probably just a little bit there. Perfect. Have you ever done a portrait of Shelby? Not a big one. Maybe we'll do that one day. Someone order a commission for a portrait of Shelby. That'll be fantastic. We'll do a giant one. I think it came out good. You know what, Pink? When I said it's done, I was literally wondering what Pink's comment's going to be. Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be more of this, more of that? I think this is a Pink painting, though, so surely you'd be into it. But here we are. Robert the Runner. Done and concluded. That was loud, I'm sorry. This is going to head off to Brisbane after it's dried. It's not getting a frame. If it was going to get a frame, guys, the colour's very intense. The left side. Is this the left side? I like it. I like it. I like when you stand back or blur your eyes a little bit. You can see shot fronts, you can see people, and it's all sort of wishy-washy and crazy. It's part of the fun. Thanks, T. This is very different from T's painting. So T's painting was a portrait. In the portrait, we put all the attention on the dog, and in the background was white. With Robert the Runner, the whole thing's a genre painting, so the whole thing's just intense colour. There's no negative space. It's got no chill. If it was going to get a frame on it, that's where I was before. If it was going to get a frame, no epoxy on the end coat. So we never put epoxy on as the final coat, not often we won't. We'll put epoxy on in between the layers to spread the layers out, but we won't. There's no point putting it on at the end as a final sheen. We can mix those glosses into the paint most of the time. So anyway, with this painting here, you'd put a slight, probably 50mm white frame on it. The reason why you put a white frame is because since it's so intense, the white frame will balance it out and make it chill out to actually be in an environment. If this was around a whole bunch of items and chairs and things on the wall, it's going to be way too much. So a white frame would just tone it all back. Cool. So let's take this one down. Goodbye, Robert. It's been fun. It's been real. I'm going to check up on the wall. We do that. Here we go. Up here you go, Robert. That's the best place for you to try for now. Enjoy. Perfect. Robert can hang out up there, and we're on to, where did I put it? This is the question. Ah, behind me. All right. It screams champion. That is exactly what we're after, but we wanted to scream champion in a wholesome way, not like an arrogant way. So I think the cool thing about it meaning champion is I think you focus on Robert and, not focus on Robert, you focus on the crowd and the journey he's on rather than him sort of being glorified grabbing victory. I don't think he feels overly glorified in it. I think he's just part of the process, like a surfer on a wave, but the wave's the most important part. That's a good way to put it. Maybe it's not. Who knows? What's up? Oh, I'd love some more water, but let me just get this stand adjusted here. There we go. 1 second, guys. Gonna screw that in there. Pop that on there. Perfect. Is this bolt in properly? No, it's not quite. 1 second.
I'm too scared to go with that.
There we go. I'm going to screw that one on there. Put this up here. This is about 11 kgs at the moment, guys. We have put coat after coat after coat on this painting. Thank you very much. Ocean likes to sneak in just while I'm not looking. I try and look. I get, you catch me off guard. You do actually get me. Let's just put that on the edge there. There we go. So this one here, we've gone to battle with. We've gone layer after layer after layer. We've tried to pull it into order. We've changed it. We've moved things around. We've come back and done it again. Thank you very much. If I don't say thank you, it means I missed it. So if there's no thank you, your boy missed it. But we've got our skin tone palette. I'll show you here. Voila, skin tone palette. We've got a palette that mildly resembles a skin tone in some places, which is good because our faces right now have no chill. At the moment, they're just all these wild colours and the skin's all wild. Now, you can do wild colours in the faces, but make sure the dominant colour isn't red. Your characters will look like flesh, they'll look sunburned, and it's a little bit weird, unless you're into that. But we're not. We're going to chop and change that. Is this the one you corrected many times? It is. We've come back to the drawing board on this one several times. And we're going to... We're actually not that far off conclusion here, guys. We're closer than we've ever been, but we're still very, very far away. Ocean, I see the music? No. Thank you very much. Canvas. So this canvas has got so much paint on it now. It's actually just paint rather than canvas. Like, there's a canvas underneath this, but that surface is pretty sturdy. Just make sure that's actually... See, it's so heavy, the actual painting's falling down, like pushing the whole thing down. Thanks. There's DJ, I appreciate that. Show me your painting tools. I want to start painting. Well, a plate. Great start. A surface. Doesn't need to be canvas. Can be paper, can be wood, can be anything. Great start. And a brush. Brush is helpful. Great way to apply paint. You don't have to have a brush. Whatever you like. Ooh. Subject matter. I'm going to start painting without it. It's really important, guys. For me personally, I love to have a subject to paint. The reason I love to have a subject to paint is I'm a little bit crazy. And if I don't have a subject to paint, it heads in all sorts of wild directions. And, well, that's okay. I do my best work when I have an anchor. I see your marvelous confetti, Ocean. I didn't see it, but I can see the notification for it. So, here it is. I want my pink tape. I want my fun tape. This is my fun tape. Here we go. Now, there we are. Let's go like this. What canvas do you use? Oh, sorry. I get a man to make my canvases. He's a great guy. He doesn't like too much publicity, but he's the best canvas maker probably in New Zealand. If you make canvases, don't mean to insult you. He's just really, really good at what he does. And I'm going to shrink this image down a little bit, actually. So he's really, really good at what he does. I use very, very thick canvas, so not light stuff. I like it to be really strong and thick. And I like to... What else do I like to do? I like to get it unprimed. So with my canvases, I like to prime them myself. And why? Because I like to leave the pink tape. Of course, pink. Pink, prosecutor, you're not the only person who's allowed to use pink. I like my pink tape. I had the option too. I could have gone for black or silver or grey, and I opted for pink. And you know what? I'm a happy boy. Now, let's have a look here. I'm just folding these sides so it matches the scale here of the picture. One step at a time. There's no need to hide. It's like learning to fly, falling in love. Here we go. Come on. There we go. So I folded back the edges. The reason why I've done that is because that will match the shape of the picture that we're working on. I've got my tape here. That can go on there, up there. Perfect. And now we're going to finish these lovely kids off. I cannot wait. Just a laughy face. Fire. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, I will start singing. Gets me in the mood, guys. We're putting a lot of work to this painting. I want to send it to the stars. I feel like we're putting so much time and effort into it that I would like to see it come to a really cool place on conclusion. Because I know we talk so much about where we'd like, you know, things not being linear, things going through growth stages. I think this one is the painting for us that's actually had a non-linear process that we've navigated several times. And that's okay.
Sorry.
You're golden. Here we go. But the second one, that was too far.
What?
I'm kidding. Here we go. Thanks, God. I usually find since the channel, since the copyright on TikTok won't let me play music, I can sing, get the imagination in my head, and take it to another level. Get into a flow state without music, which is good too, because sometimes with music, it can set you back a little bit. You can get caught up, so caught up, trying to find the right song, that actually what happens is you end up not liking any of the songs, and you can't find the right playlist, and you drop yourself out of a groove. Thank you very much, Ocean. Appreciate the gamepads. Shelby, people are saying bless you. Yeah, I said people are saying bless you.
Oh, thank you.
She says thank you.
Bless
Bless you too. Where the Kiwi I've been, I just realised Sebastian paints left-handed. Where the Kiwi have I been? That's pretty funny actually. So I do paint left-handed. I do indeed. But sometimes I think it trips up because the monitor, the thing that films, the iPad, throws it around the other way sometimes, does it? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I forget. Oh, I forget. There we go, coming down here. There we go. Cool. I'll just see, guys. I've got my toolbox here, but I want to make sure. I'll just drop that on the floor. Move this to here. Oh, this is my toolbox here, guys. This is what I'm working with. Put this down here. What song do you think would go with this piece? Jeepers, it's on the beach. It's a lovely group of kids. The father asked for it. It's a New Zealand painting. What would go with this picture? I'm thinking of a few songs, Kiwiana songs. Probably, I'd put. There's a song that I used on the clip where I was painting on the beach with. It's like Māori Hurutapa or Hurihapa. I forget the actual words of it, but something like that. I think that'd be fun. I think that would be fun. We'll see adding colours in here. Hello, colours. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We can't get enough. Can't get enough. Woo-wee. There we go. Coming down here. Cool. Under the sea. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, that would work. Pardon me. under the sea. Everything's better. Down that it's better. Take it from me. And that's about that. Actually, that crab's name was Sebastian. So that works. Pretty wild. We're gonna get this sorted just right. There we go. Here we go. Theme from the movie Beaches. Oh, there you go. There you go. Everything's better. Down that it's better. Take it from me. Dun-dee-dun-dee-dun-dee-doo. So now, guys, we've got wild paint all over the picture, but now we're working on definition. Definition. Which is working on actually making sure there's more. Making sure we've got more of the structure in the painting. So we're using our baby blue. It's very, very transparent. We're adding it around the place to try and actually chill out some of the colours, but also to bring shapes into kilter. Now we're talking. Sorry guys, get away from the side of the painting just a second. Just gonna get that across there. Beautiful. Everything's better. Down that it's better. Take it from me. And down, deep, down, 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 down. There we go. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Mama proud of me. Of course my mama's proud of me. And can she paint? She doesn't paint, but she probably could paint. A lot of people who could paint don't paint, but should paint, but might paint, but yeah. Here we go. I think all mums will be proud of their boys and girls. Absolutely. Your use of colour is so freely used. Lots of texture, colour emotion. Great subject here, love it. James, you're an absolute champion. Thank you very much. Yes, so we try and make sure the paint is as free as possible. When I say as free as possible, I mean we want the paint to actually be raw and primal on the canvas, doing its own thing. A million little brush strokes, a million little colours, each fighting for their own little bit of attention to express their own little bit of the subject. And then when you come away from it and see it from a distance, there should be this harmony to it, where all these disjointed, different coloured brushstrokes come together and produce an image in unison. So there's this chaos and this primal style up close, and there's this unity and balance from a distance. I think that's good. I think that's good. Oh, thanks, Next DJ. I appreciate that. It's a very nice thing to say. Sleep in here, chuck this around here. Now, on this painting here, we're going right over the edges. We're not just painting the front of it. We're going around the sides and making sure the paint covers all edges of the canvas. So when you hang it, if it's in a hallway, you can see it on the side. And if it's painted black on the sides, when you see it in a hallway from a distance, all you're going to see is the black side of a canvas. There's a missed opportunity there for someone who sees the work on an angle to appreciate different parts of it. Cheryl is out of here. I think that's Cheryl out of here. Thank you very much, Cheryl. I appreciate you to no end. You have an amazing time. Thanks for popping by.
Hi, Cheryl.
Shelby says bye, Cheryl. Yes, criticism was crazy. Way too much. Your singing is amazing. I'm not sure whose singing we're talking about, but anyone who sings deserves a medal. Enjoy yourself, sing away, have fun. Let me have a look down here. Dumpty Dumpty Doo. Am I going to grab any of these other colours? We're going to keep working away with what we've got. I think we've got enough tans. I think we've got enough blues. We're going to keep working away with what we've got. There's this temptation to change. What's that? Ooh, guys, if you're in Auckland, this just in from Shelby Cooper News. The Harbour Bridge is closed. If you'd like to cross the Harbour Bridge, you'll need to do so by boat. No, the bridge is closed, guys, so any of our Aucklanders, I'm so sorry. Oh, talking about the new Little Mermaid, lol. Yeah. Look, I think it's a pity that everyone, like, I see sometimes, not hate, but like dislike about these remakes of movies. How come Little Mermaid gets so much grief on a remake when Batman, DC goes and does like 7 or 8 iterations of Batman when the first one was really good, but no one's complaining about the new one. Like, so I think we all just need to look at DC, who just keep making re-editions of Batman with different actors in different ways and different settings, and think, okay, if Disney wants to grab a hold of Little Mermaid and do one different one, I mean, change the whole storyline. Who cares? DC did it. They brought in Superman one time. They changed the Batman costume every time.
But it's in the comics.
What's that?
It is in the comics, though.
It is in the comics?
Yeah.
I feel like Little Mermaid doesn't deserve any grief. I like Little Mermaid. Shelby's probably right, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're bringing back like old Disney movies that we can relate to and bring them to the next generation. I think it's cool now that we can talk about Little Mermaid and kids know what we're talking about rather than being like a dinosaur. Like, think about it in terms of the Flintstones and the Jetsons. You're trying to crack jokes about the Flintstones and Jetsons and no one knows what you're talking about. It'd be more fun if everyone knew what you were talking about. So, I'll see you later, 7 Shelby. Have a good rest of your Sunday and see you next time. Thanks, Cheryl, and appreciate you popping by. All the best. Sending love from New Zealand. I read the comment late. She's probably already gone, but she appreciates the wave for sure.
I like you.
Yeah, not many people remember them as much. Honestly, I'm a huge fan. I used to watch the Flintstones. I watched Rugrats. What else did I watch? I watched Flintstones, Rugrats. I watched all of the Jetsons. I was happy. You have Black Eyed Peas, Phantom of the Opera, and NYC. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I haven't been to an opera show in New York City before. Oh, have I actually? I think I was there when Lion King was on. I forget. It was so long ago. Las Vegas has good live shows though. The Simpsons came out when I was 2. They raised me. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. Never much got into Family Guy. Watched a bit of American Dad. I thought American Dad was pretty funny every now and again in its moments. I really liked Friends. My favourite show of all time though, guys, my number 1 show, How I Met Your Mother. Huge fan. Huge fan. I thought they did it a little bit rough in the last season. I felt like there were characters that had trajectories like Barney, and to round it off quicker, they sent Barney back to like his original character from season 1, and I really felt like there was a growth there, and he was a different guy, and he deserved that character arc, but they took it off him. But apart from that, everything was good. Roman, you're an absolute champion. I appreciate each and every rose. Coming up on Valentine's Day, they're all appreciated. Broadway tickets aren't cheap. They are not cheap. Pink, I've been watching your reels though, and I think you belong on Broadway. That's what I reckon. That's what I reckon. I saw Phantom 3 times. 3 times. The old Phantom, eh? Nope. Well, Pink, you've got my endorsement. I would watch you on Broadway. Here we go, keep it going. I think I like the Broadway shows with lots of colour, guys. Lots of colour, lots of lighting, lots of changing. Matt, welcome. Good to see you, Matt. Hope you're looking after yourself. Matt and Ocean know each other. Look at them go. Some banter going on here. I can't tell if that's like a brother, like in a figurative way, or if they're actually brothers. And they're connecting on this live, which would be pretty wild and fresh. About that. Here we go. Here we go. It's pretty much a live musical action movie. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. Well, they do. They do say that. These are things that they say. I don't know who they are, but apparently they're out there saying it. And dun 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 dun. It's the song that gets stuck in my head all the time. The Rugrats thing. Rugrats thing goes hard. Gets stuck in your head all the time. There we go. I'm going to add a bit more here. Here. And here. And then here. Figurative brothers. Perfect. Perfect. It's the best kind of brother. Steve, aloha. You're very welcome, Steve. And I have got this. We've just finished up behind me here, Robert the Runner. This one here, and the other 3 canvases are here with me too. I was gonna start them. Today. But the weather warning got me thinking, I don't want to start a new canvas, put energy into it, and then end up getting cut midway through. So, and the next day, we've got the canvases here, and we're about to get started. Cannot wait. I've shown off the images before. There's one image I didn't show you guys. It's because it's a special one. It's the final guest image of February. The final image of our February squad. You've heard me talking about it. You're going to see it. It is our picture of Steve smashing a big barrel wave. And I can't wait, because one thing that I like about it is my partner Shelby loves to surf, and so this is the first time we're going to do a massive wave as a picture. So a collaboration of Seb, Devon Rodriguez, Scott Sava somewhere on a project. That would be pretty fun. I was just, not that I'd ever get the chance to do it, but I was just saying that this funky, really wild, primal style with these brush strokes, be kind of fun to do something like the Sistine Chapel, where you've got this huge ceiling, you just expansively cover it with wild brush strokes of art that sort of come together in one unified way. Would be pretty fun, if you ask me. Well, you know, I'd be a fan of that one. Steve, you're more than welcome, and good luck getting back to work, Steve. I'm looking forward to hearing about your flights coming into Auckland. I'm looking forward to that direct flight, because that might actually be a goer for a holiday at some stage, I reckon. Hello. Missed a few messages there, but hello. That would be amazing if you It would be quite fun. It would be quite fun. There we go. A little bit up through here. There we go. And we're making good ground here, guys. One paint stroke at a time. We've got a little live stream going. A little time lapse going. So if you do miss the stream, or for Cheryl and for Victoria who had to leave early, there'll be a stream for them, which is fun. Kimberly, this is not a new work, so I've had this one sitting around for a while. Yeah, this one's actually taking the longest out of all the works, and the reason it's taking the longest is we just haven't been able to land the right punches on it, Kimberly. We just keep coming back to it, adding layers of paint, but we don't quite get it the way we want to get it, and so we keep coming back for another round. We will get it, but like I say, we don't let paint leave the studio until we are happy with it, until I love it. Until, especially with commission, the best rule of thumb to apply is if you get to a stage where you like it so much that you prefer to keep the painting rather than take the money, that's where you want to act. When you feel like a little bit indignant in your heart, when you're like, actually, I would prefer to keep this over the money that we agreed on. Now you've reached the point where the commission's actually ready to go into their hands. So there's a little bit of heartbreak that comes with it every time, but that's the stage you want to get to. That's what I reckon. For a fun piece, would like to see you integrate 3 of your favourite into one piece. Pretty cool, pretty cool. 3 favourites into one piece. Excuse my yawning. I'm just yawning. Slash that around there. We're just adding just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. There we go, just a little bit there, a little bit there. Coming down the trunk here. Ooh, looking at the spine. Just through there a little bit. Oh. Guys, if you do see me, I've got a terrible posture with my neck. If you do see me hunching over like this the whole time, please shout some abuse. Tell me to straighten up. I need to be about here. This is where I need to be with my posture. Otherwise, I get home and my neck is just killing me. And I'm like, why is my neck so sore? It's because I've been hunching over at painting all day. I typically, when I have the canvas too low, I'll hunch down like this. So I need to actually move the canvas lower because I've got the ability to do that. I just don't. So, yeah. Please shout abuse if you see that behaviour taking place. I like how you use different colours for parts of light hits the skin. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, so we want to use a whole bunch of wild colours. And the reason we want a whole bunch of wild colours, the reason behind this, is because as we add more layers, small parts of it will survive. The subtle colours in this one at the moment, just add this in there, is the purples and the greens. So the purples and greens are in there, but as more and more layers come on, they fall more and more into the background. And the reason that's good is they still exist, they still pop, but we get to enjoy the clarity of the image, the characters, the actual colours in it, with these underlying fun colours, just drifting in and having a good time. Good old artistic neck. Yeah, so we prefer not, I'd prefer not to end up getting an artistic neck, which I've already sort of got, so try and keep it nice and straight up and down. There we go. This is the posture. This is the posture. Good, healthy standing position. There we go. Check this through here. Chuck this across here. Now we're talking. A lot of texture on this canvas, a lot of energy, a lot of texture, a lot of all the things. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Some sweet day you'll find us, and the world will live as one. Have you tried drawing live models? I love drawing live models. And I was actually yarning with someone the other day about the possibility of doing some live drawing on the stream, but unfortunately, where do you put the canvas, me and the person to make it all fit? It's a bit challenging. Unless you had the perspective of, I mean, you'd have to dual weld. You'd have like two. You'd have to have two cameras filming, one from each angle, right? Brings out his cane. Yeah, sorry, Cobb. There we go. Thanks for pointing it out. Now we're sorted. There we go. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. So we sit. Yeah, it's a good song, guys. It is a good song. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of it. But I just say that one lyric almost over and over again. That's my usual go. There we go. Perfecto. There we go. Just adding little bits of paint on here and there. There we go. Now, what's our time? Seb, out of interest, when do you think you'll be starting a new painting? 4:30. It's a good question, actually. When do I think I'll be starting a new painting? Definitely within the next 24 hours. Definitely. We're going to start all three paintings in unison. Chunk, chunk, chunk. And then build them up through the layers together. So we'll basically siphon through them on the streams. See where that takes us. See, shall we? Shall we? Are we still doing dinner with your parents?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, whether it's.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, we'll probably finish up shortly on the stream, and then I might come back later, maybe. We'll see. Depending on the weather, guys. It is quite weather dependent, but yeah. We will see. But yes, next 24 hours is basically the go. That's when to expect me back. And it'll be, yeah, like I say, 3 paintings that we'll dash through, which I reckon will be pretty fun. I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, it is fun seeing new paintings though, when the layers start to hit, the picture starts to emerge in really fun ways. New paintings are fun. Big fan. And this one's on the track. This one's on the track. You should probably hunker down, Seb. Weather won't be good. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Depending though, see if it's not too rough, then because the studio is very, very close for me to get backwards and forwards from here. So where it's not too rough, I will do some backwards and forwards, carry on. But if it looks like it's going to get way too out the gate, then yes, we will stay out of it. We'll see. We'll see. Pin a comment. Can you show the reference photo if you get the chance? Of course I can. It is such a fair request. Here we go. This is our reference photo. Voila. So we've got 3 kids on a beach, background's sort of negative space. So since the background has got a whole lot going on in it, what are we doing? We're spending way more time on the background than the foreground because that makes it fun. So if you look at this picture, a lot of detail going into the background. Look at this one here. We're capturing every last little ripple, shadow, everything in that background. Characters. The one thing that's happening with the characters, guys, is because they're quite dark in this picture, we've spent a lot of time adding these reds to them so they look super sunburned, which is fine. But we have to actually lighten them up, add more of that to them and see where it takes us. Kimberly, I have never done a self-portrait. Oh, no, I have back in art school, but like that was a long time ago. I prefer to capture others. I think this is something fun about actually seeing someone and trying to capture their likeness, trying to capture what makes them them. I do my own face, but it's less fun for me, guys. I love the face of people with asymmetrical faces, with wrinkles that aren't quite the same, elderly people. These are really fun things to paint. Crystal, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. But yes, next 24 hours, guys, it's going to be a big 24 hours. We're going to crack into some pretty fun paintings. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it, but I can't. Here we go, check this in. Check that on there. Check this. Perfect. Missing a few things in there. Not usually cold. It's been crazy this summer. Yes, I am with T there. For some reason, we've had some crazy weather. But we've had a few slips on my driveway at home. We've dealt with those pretty effectively. Shelby was on the digger. She smashed it. Smashed it. Now I've still got this, it's not a baby blue, it's more like a pastel purple. Is that fair? I don't know. But we're seeing where that can take us. Just like that. There we go. Perfect. And a little bit through here. Over up there. Perfect. Grab more of this, mixing it with more blue. Sebastian has so many fans, he's going to do a meet and greet. Cheers, Nurse DJ. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Problem is, everyone's from all over the world. So the meet and greet would have to be like on Zoom or something to give everyone an equal chance to be involved. Gotta keep adding paint. Layers and layers and layers. Slowly coming together, guys. Slowly coming together. We'll just keep trusting the process. Just keep adding paint. Just watching it gradually come together. One step at a time. There's no need to hide. It's like learning to fly. There we go. I do need to get myself some more of the transparent gel. I do need to get myself some more gloss gel. We are running low on these fundamental resources. That's alright. That's alright. Cheers, guys. Myzel, welcome. Welcome. Good to have you here. I'm doing fantastic, Myzel. You're late. We had some fun campuses we were working on earlier, but you're welcome here now, of course. Hope you're well. Just declared a Northland, and it's heading to Auckland next. Whoo-wee. Yes, so this is coming in hot. It's all on, guys. We've got a hurricane coming. It's Hurricane Gabriel. It's coming in this direction as fast as it can go. It's determined to make it hard for me to finish this painting. Indigenous American, and would love to spend some time studying the Māori customs. That's phenomenal, Cobb. If you do, let me know, because I'd love to hear the similarities or the or areas that you find familiar, or areas that you find foreign between your culture and theirs. It'd be really interesting to hear. And also whether you find more similarities or differences. I was working, got off a while. That's all good, Myzel. Don't you worry. I'm not having you on. I am having you on, but it's all good. To see the similarities and differences from our sides to theirs. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see from each side what similarities got spotted and which ones, what differences got spotted. And if each side saw the same things or if they saw different things. I think that would be really fun. Not fun, interesting. Intriguing. Challenging. There we go, perfect. Dim the lights down to very low. Here we go. So at the moment, guys, this has a lot of gloss gel in it. If you add too much gloss gel to your paint, it's going to behave like a transparent medium, and that's what I want. Then I push down with the brush, and it creates two thin lines on each side everywhere I go. It's intentional, it's fun, it's fantastic. It's all goody. There we go, now we're talking. Just give me a bit of that fun, that energy into the painting. Just trying to make sure, guys, you get so many brush strokes on the canvas, you've got to make sure that you actually add a lot of energy and warmth to your brush strokes. It sounds silly to say it, but if your brush strokes aren't fun, if you're not having fun when you apply them, you can sort of see that in the end result. You want to see one where you can feel that the artist really enjoyed making what they made, and that the process wasn't an exasperating one. It wants to be a loose, free, wild one. Because when you put it on the wall, the painting then will actually, rather than give you anxiety by the intensity that every brushstroke was applied with, it'll actually give you a little release with the freedom and relaxed nature that the brushstrokes were applied with. So that's what we're after. Friendliness makes us all feel we have known you. Thanks, Nurse DJ. Appreciate that. I was actually I was out grabbing a coffee the other day. I was walking along and someone recognised me here in Auckland, but I wasn't looking that great. I was like just up in the morning, my hair was everywhere. I was like sort of walking along, waiting along to get my coffee. He's like, "Aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am. I'm sorry. If I thought someone was going to know me, I would have looked more presentable." And they said, "You're all good." So that was pretty wholesome. Thanks, Betty. You're an absolute champion. I appreciate you. And are you going to paint? Are you going to paint a Māori like you did the Aboriginal? That would be fantastic. Look, we might do. It's on the. It's probably. I'd like to get given a picture from someone who says, "Look, can you make this into a picture for me?" So I haven't seen a picture that resonated with me like the other one, but if there is anyone here from New Zealand who has a picture they think might be good for it, that they've taken so that we've got the rights to paint it, I'd love to see it. I'd love to consider it. And when if we end up with some availability in March to throw some paintings in there, that could be one of the fun ones we add in. It's quite cultural, quite fun. There we go. Just coming through here. Came in like a wrecking ball. Never seemed so hard and long. I don't know all the work that earns. All you ever did was wreck me. Hello, T. Wait, what's the little face for? Lol, we have all caught our off-guard moments. It's been so weird. Grandma could have something with her. Oh, cool. Cobb, definitely send it through. I'd love to see it. T, did I say something? I'm thinking about whether or not I have a pick for you. Oh, yeah, absolutely, T. I'm a little shy on canvases at the moment. Shelley made a real good point this morning. She's like, do you want to actually go buy some more canvases in case you get caught locked down and you can't get to your studio? But we're gonna take those two canvases with us. Jason, love you to bits. You're an absolute champion. Take two canvases here with us to the house, and that way we can start two of the paintings at the house. If the weather packs up and we can't get back to the studio, that'll at least open up our options to those sorts of things if it comes to it. But I don't think it's going to come to that, guys. I don't think it's going to. We'll have options open, but it's unlikely. I can imagine supermarkets are an absolute impossibility right now with panic buyers. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're a panic buyer, you do your thing. Listen to Shelby. Yeah, you're not wrong. But then we'll be doing paintings in the garage or the living room because the outside will be unusable. So it'll be kind of fun. But they'll be way more casual with the weather conditions and stuff. So, but that could be fun as well. Here we go. Color theory, coming on around here, there we go. Fantastic, step back, look at this one a little bit. This one's coming along really well. There's still a lot to go, guys, a lot to go. We're just gonna keep adding these colors in here, deepening them, stretching them, playing with them, seeing where we can take it. The top and the bottom of this canvas aren't painted, they'll be black as well. If you have power. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. It's like sitting there with like this like little candlelight trying to paint. It'd be pretty funny. There we go. Dim the lights down very low. Here we go. You're so beautiful. You're like a waitress. There we go. Coming through here. I guess now Victoria's gone, we can start singing Taylor Swift and I won't get given a hard time for it. It's cold here in New York City. Yesterday was sort of warm. I like that you're from New York City, Pete. That's so cool. You're a cool cat. Wally White. 450, it is indeed. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. Just a few comments there, maybe following-ish. I'm just bringing more of these blues in, guys. These blues are a transparent blue because I've added my new giant bottle of gloss medium. You know, I'm so sorry, T. I keep doing that, but I like the song. It's a fun song. I think it's like more of a poem or like, catchy thing to say rather than an actual song. I don't know. I like it. Yeah. Your cat T is like knows when you're watching the streams you start singing Taylor Swift songs. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. Tea time. Everybody agrees. Who's agreeing against Taylor on that day? Just leave her alone. Like, especially if everyone's ganging up on Taylor at tea time. Like, I feel like I would be, you probably too would join me and be like, hey, Taylor's all good. You know, this probably isn't the place to bully her. You know, let's just all enjoy our dinner. If you want to tell her she's a problem, maybe her best friend or one-on-one we talk to her, like, this is pretty rough getting together as a group. There we go. I also threw up a reel yesterday, guys. I was going to throw it up before I went live, but because that's apparently good practice. But I threw it up beforehand because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging for so many days. So I put the reel up. That was the finished product of the horse wakeboarding sketch painting. That's now in a home. It's loved and cherished. Huge fan of that one. Really fantastic picture to be a part of. But when I talk to you guys about painting blocks and getting caught with a painting or needing to actually do something in a different way, in this case here, with that painting, I wasn't able to paint it on the stream. I need to give it all my attention and just really give it everything. And so I had the phone doing a recording so I could make a reel out of it, but I wasn't able to also have it live. So sometimes that happens, guys. It doesn't happen often, but it definitely happened in this case. And so I appreciate all the lovely things you've all been saying, but yeah, that one couldn't be shared, unfortunately. But I'm looking forward to getting some pictures of it once it's up on the wall. I'll share the end result with you guys there. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Tea time. Everybody agrees. You know what might surprise you, T? I don't even listen to that song all that much. I've heard it like 2 or 3 times. But the track just gets stuck in my head. Can't wait for... yeah, on the way, Nurse, I was just saying to... I should say DJ, not Nurse DJ. So I was talking to everyone before that we're going to get the merchandise. They're making it right now with a designer. He told me 5 to 7 days. About 2 days ago, so 3 to 5 days. What's going to happen is once I get the pictures back, we get to do 2 iterations, so 2 modifications. Now, I'm going to, what we'll do, is DJ's fine? Perfect, DJ covered. What we'll do is I'll get the pictures, we'll share them with the moderator chat, we can all have a look at them, see what we think, and then I'll share some sneak peeks with everyone so we can get some final feedback before we pull the trigger on it. And then, yeah, You guys will actually get some stuff before I can get some stuff because it ships from the States, which is kind of cool. Just down the bottom here, there we go. Beautiful. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Tea time. Everybody agrees. Here we go. And here we come. And a little bit down here. Capture that. Just down here by these feet. And this foot here's got some side up there. Come up here to the heel. Cool. And then scooping around here. Coming up that way. Cool. Just like that, team. Perfect. All right. I'm going to put a bit more in the sky there. I'm going to grab this last little bit of tan here, guys. Mix it in with our blue. Make this weird turquoisey colour. Do you know the full song or just the bridge? So, great question. Just the bridge. I know I stare directly in the sun, but never in the mirror. Yeah, that's all I know. That's all my lyrics. It's everything. Curbside pickup in USA. You can indeed. In fact, that's a Applebee's special. If you're from the USA, I'm in a soft spot for Applebee's. I wish we had Applebee's in New Zealand. You're like, ooh, Applebee's, but actually, you know what? Imagine a world without it. A place where you can just get a reasonable meal and a drink, and you can sit down, the music will be okay, and it's familiar. Like, imagine if you didn't have Applebee's. Well, that's what New Zealand goes through every day. Oh, thanks, Gene. I appreciate you. Thinking Seb will be a great. I love country music. I say it every time on the stream, guys. My favourite country artist is Kip Moore. I think Kip Moore is an absolute champion. I love his music to bits. And his favourite song, I love You to the Moon. Soft spot for that song. Guys, my posture was down. We're supposed to talk about this. Don't Forget Your Roots, my friend. I love that song. I love the, I can't sing it, and I know the lyrics to it, but I love the mouldy version of that song. I think it's got a real nice touch to it. I know, just slip this in here, through here, and then we'll slip this down in here. Now we're talking. So a little bit through there. Just this tan colour, guys, it belongs in the sky as well. Navigate that too. Splash some around in there. See where that goes. Got some fun colours in the sky. We don't want to lose the fun colours in the sky. We want to keep them in there. I still say it's... Cheers, DJ. Appreciate that. Champion. Here we go. Just a bit more in here. I do need to put another layer of gloss gel onto this painting, guys, because it's getting just a wee bit thick with the textures. Just a wee bit thick. But that's okay. Here we go. A little bit more down through here. Good. And a little bit more across here. There we go. A bit more up in this corner here. Now they're talking. Thank you very much. Your back cracked. It did crack, yeah. I leaned right back. It does it occasionally. Don't worry about it. It's healthy. Feels good. There we go. Here we go. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this. We're not going to refresh this palette though, guys. This is our last stand with the paint. See where it takes us. On the face here. Here we we go. And a little bit here for this ear. A little bit through here. And then a little bit up through here. How's that looking? That's close enough. A little bit up here. A little bit up here. Cheers, me. He's been working on this piece for a while now. I have Pauline, so this is the classic example of a piece which comes together, then falls apart, then comes together, then falls apart. It's coming together at the moment. It's heading in the right direction, but you really don't know, Pauline. It might, again, deviate in the wrong direction, and we're ready for that. It's not always hidden the way you want it to go. That painting growth of just going from starting to finished. Sometimes it's a linear development, sometimes it's up and down, sometimes you're heading backwards. This one's headed backwards a lot, but we're actually on the way forward. And the end result is going to have such a deep, rich layering of colours that actually it'll be, yeah, really special, hopefully. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Alright, let's just get some of this colour down here. Let's keep splashing it on in a few little places. There we go. Beautiful. Cheers, Ivan. Last time I was here a few weeks ago, same painting. Yeah, so we chopped and changed the painting, Pauline. This one hasn't been up for a few weeks. I needed to actually give it some space. Take a break, come back to it with fresh eyes, and attack it new. And see if we could send it in the direction that we want to send it in. But, yeah. This one is a battle. We'll get it there, though. There we go. Beautiful. Hi, Jay. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking after yourself, wherever you are in the world. There we go. You definitely nailed it. This. Oh, thanks, Pink Prospector. I appreciate that, Pink. You always know exactly what to say at the right time too, Pink. Like, just when I'm wondering, I hope, like, I'm sitting there going, I hope this gets received well, I hope someone likes this. You always leap in there with a comment like, love the blues, or magenta's good. And I'm like, you know what, that's exactly what I needed to hear at this moment here. Just to give you that confidence to jump on the paintbrush and keep adding in different colours, in a different spot, having some fun with it, building textures, a little bit at a time. Just another artist perspective, yeah. Definitely. I like that. I like that. There's such thick paint on this canvas, guys. You can't quite see it from your angle, but man alive. You're trying to put the brush won't run across the canvas anymore because there's just so much texture everywhere. So much. Blue is a calming colour. Lots of baby blue in this. That's part of the fun. We're going to grab just a little bit more of that burnt sienna. That's our brown colour. Going to mix it into our tans. We're going to mix it into our blues. It's going to give us a light tan. I'm just going to add it into the sky here a little bit. It's like a caramel colour. I'm just going to use this as a final stand of colour. See where it takes us. A little bit up here. A little bit around here. Where else do we see it? A little bit down here. So we keep putting it everywhere we think it can go. We don't want to get confused between foreground and background too, guys. If we're adding colours to the foreground, we also want to spot it in the background. And that'll make sure the subject's a part of the picture rather than popping out from it, which is a good thing to have. Here we go, a little bit down here for this face. Wholesome. A little bit here, and that's gonna pop across there. Yeah, it's a good spot for that. Good spot for that. There we go. And then this just wants to streak through there. He painted a dog. I did. The Spyro one scared me, lol. Too much used to live paintings. Yeah, fair enough. That was a wild card. He had some fun with that one. Might go do it again, actually. It's just waiting there for one more coat. But at the moment, we're prioritising these commissions that I want to get out for some lovely people over the February period. There we go. All right. Paint, but oh, use a bit more of that black. Can we see anywhere that wants black? I'm just going to spot a few little areas for some black. Just in here. Bounce that out there just a little bit. Now we're talking. That was a good addition. A little bit through here. A little bit down here. Streak the face just a little bit. Here we go. And a little bit up through here. Cool. A little bit up through here. Just because it's a black area doesn't mean it can't have texture in it too, guys. Don't be afraid to add texture to a few areas like that. Here we go. Beautiful. Wonderful. Now we're talking. That cracks down there. That cracks over there. And that comes through there like that. Beautiful. A little bit more black. Chisel it down through this area. Perfect. Spin that out there. I always love this technique. I don't know what colour to start with. Honestly, best way to do it, you just get started. You do your thing. And but remember, whenever you're adding colour to the canvas, don't strangle it. Don't try and make it what you think it should be. Just let it be. Sounds cheesy. It's true though. It is so true. The paint, you just relaxing and letting the paint go to where it sort of just naturally falls to, where you're comfortable with it going, without trying to overly control it. You'll love that result so much more than when you spend the whole time trying to bend and contort into what you think the artwork should look like. Don't do that to your art. Don't do it to yourself. It's too hard. It's too much. You can create beautiful art without having to control the process and strangle your own enjoyment. Let's just have a look. See here, a little flick goes here, guys. There we go. Lots of gloss gel for these last few. Little flick down here, little flick there. Coming back into here. There we go. A little bit there. A little bit more. Right in close to the face there. Fantastic. And then over here, there's a big amount of black just down through the guts there. Perfect. A little bit more here, and we're done. There we go. The painting's not finished, but we've done all this part. If we keep adding to it, like I say, guys, it will turn into porridge. We have to pause for a little bit, let it dry, come back to it. Looking at this right now, it's in a really fun space. We do need to add some more, we just need to keep going at it, guys. That was really efficient. Probably some more, the blues were good, the baby blues. We'll grab this color blue coming back. So it'll be a different shade of blue, cerulean blue, cobalt blue, sorry, and get that in there. And layer it with the different colours of blue. We don't so much need any wild reds, purples or greens, they're in there. We just need to get those blues tilted to the right place, and we'll get there. How did I find my painting style? Ooh-wee. Like a correlation or something? Maybe it goes hand in hand. I missed that, Pauline, but I like what you're saying. Sorry, I found the painting style because, smooth that a little bit out there, because you can look back on old work that you do, and actually when you look back on old work, your style's always there, trying to exist, but the best way to find it is by actually painting for yourself, or making art for yourself. because when you actually make it just for yourself, something changes in you where you actually just completely focus on how you make it, and the result you come out with may not be it, but it'll be as close to your style as you'll normally make. And then you can go, right, what's the good parts about this? What do I need to accentuate so I can make art that other people love, that I love to make? Everyone's style is different, everyone's unique. You'll find your own special way of doing things. It may not be with paint. Sometimes people do amazing sculptures with sticks, twigs, rocks, clay, whatever, jewelry, music, dancing, whatever your thing is. Yeah. Process first, then get the result. As long as you enjoy, that's all that matters. Pink, one banger of a quote to finish off the stream. Love you to bits. Yes, the background in this picture wants to be the focal point. So typically when you do a subject of a portrait with these three characters, I didn't want you to focus on the faces. It's be like, all right, face, 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 we'll ignore the rest. I wanted you to go, like, see the characters, but then just go straight into the background and appreciate the wildness of it, and then come back to the faces and back out to the background. So if you just sort of look at it for a long period of time, I'll spin it around the face, you guys. Look at it for a long period of time, and keep discovering more pieces in it. I'll spin that down. So the faces still need a little bit of adjustment to make sure they land in the right place. Our limbs are looking really good. I like the confusion down here. I like the colors in the background. I like the insinuation of reflections and tones and liquids and sand in the background here. And I like the way the sky and the land have very little separation, guys. They're very much on the same page in terms of color palette, but you can tell that's the sky and that's the land. And you only tell that from just these little nublets of detail, which is kind of fun. Anyway, that's where we are at. You can see the smiles. Yeah, I'm hoping to accentuate the smiles a little bit more, but we can't just sit here and paint the smiles. We need to slowly build those layers up to make sure that they've got the same authenticity in the paint as the rest of the picture. Part of the fun. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining in. You're all fantastic. I'm going to go grab some canvases and hunker down at the house for the storm that's coming. I might be back later on tonight. We'll see. Otherwise, next 24 hours, we start those other two canvases. And yeah, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day or a great night. All the best, guys. Oh. Catch you later. Bye.